This is Up for Debate, episode number 219, recorded November 4th, 2021. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Up for Debate, the debate podcast where the two hosts agree on everything. I'm Sean Jennings, joined as always by the man who was a little scared it's not his month, Matt Mariani. Hello, Matt.
Sean, I don't know. It's Shaun-vember, am I correct?
Yes,
I
think it's like a daylight savings thing where last year it was Shaun-tember, and now with the calendar change, we've shifted it over to Shaun-vember.
So if you will look at my name card, I am conveniently also named Sean today. So
no, that's is this like a holiday thing where there's like, you know, there's a bunch of Santas because they're in all the malls and everything. So everyone is Sean on Shaun-vember,
right? And we're gonna have a big meetup, a big convention in the Rockefeller Center.
Sean-con.
Sean.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But
we're planning a big meetup where we are going to all the Shauns with the AU are gonna organize to defeat the Shauns with the AW. And both of us, in the end, we're going to reconcile our differences only so we can gang up on the Shauns with the SEAN.
Oh, we're going to crush them. And what's great is the AUs are going to have home turf. We're meeting in Australia. So the AUs are going to have a leg up.
Nice.
And the AWs aren't going to know what hit them. Yes, it is Shaun-vember, the greatest month of the year. And Matt, boy, do I have some treats in store for you and the folks at home. For those who haven't been around, Matt and I each get a month each year to program and pick our own topics. Matt, of course, has March Madness, which last year you just picked one topic and we did it all month, which was fun, text-based adventure games. But this year, Matt, I have a smorgasbord of fun topics we're going to do over the next 3 weeks because there's no show on Thanksgiving. So it's a short month for me, but that's okay. Matt, are you excited for what's in store?
I think I'm moderately excited. Yeah, we do such crazy stuff on this show for Shaun-tember. I feel like, but when it's March Madness, we end up just playing text-based adventure games. But when it's Shaun-tember, we eat bugs and we eat cookies. We do a lot of snacking, a lot of snacks on Shaun-tember.
Matt, I will give the folks at home and yourself a preview of what's to come. They're not all secrets. Tonight we'll have a certain topic we'll get to in a second, but next week, folks should come back and join us because we're having our two favorite snack experts. Dan and Colby are joining us to, I've mailed a box of snacks to all of your home. Matt, would you like to know what we're eating this month?
Yes, I would.
Because you're going to find out when you open the box anyway. Last year, we had the Great Cookie Snack Off, and this year, it is, I should have thought of a name before I started this. It's a Cracker Jack November, Matt. We're eating crackers.
Oh, okay. All right. When you said Cracker Jacks, I thought you thought it was Cracker eating Jacks. Cracker Jacks, and I was like,
no, I couldn't think of a good cracker
a novel,
pun.
Quaint thing. Crackers are interesting. Okay, crackers.
It's gonna be like cracker fiction.
I'm pretty happy with that because I just went shopping yesterday, and I bought a huge tub of hummus. So I've got Matt, hummus for days. I'll tell you, so
we've got Wheat Thins, we've got Triscuits, we've got Club Crackers, we've got Ritz, we've got 6 kinds of crackers that all 4 of us are going to be tasting next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. Nice. I'm excited for it. Bring your beverage; your mouth will be dry.
Are we going to do the Cracker Challenge?
We'll see what Dan and Colby are up for.
Those guys will do anything. We could get them to do the Cracker Challenge.
Oh, for $1, they'll do anything. And then, Matt, the week after that, we're doing a trivia challenge. And this time, it's all audio clues. It's going to be a lot of fun. So join us then. But, Matt, we have got a great event tonight. It is a classic Up for Debate segment. Do you know what it is?
Bracket Challenge?
No. Worse.
Oh! It's then it has to be, of course, over or under.
No, even worse.
Oh no!
It's a segment we only do once a year, and we haven't done it yet this year.
Well, it's not the Super Bowl because that hasn't happened yet.
It's not. That would be funny though if that were the topic, but no, it's not the Super Bowl, Matt. It's a topic you originally came up with.
Oh no! So I only have myself to blame here. What is it?
Yes, you do.
Is it the creative challenge?
No, worse. Matt, tonight we will be doing a This or That.
Oh, the only one I didn't name. That is
That's right.
an up for
But
debate
Matt,
staple.
This is a special Shaun-vember edition of This or That. This or That with a twist. Are you ready?
Bring me the twist.
Okay. Let me take a sip of my beverage. Okay, here we go. So I have a series of this or that questions I've come up with, but here's the twist, Matt. Because it's Shaun-vember, your opinion is not important here. What we're going to do is I'm going to give you the this or that, and you have to try to predict which is my answer and why you think it's my answer. And then, yes, we do want to hear your opinion, but the goal of this is to see how well you know Shaun and try and guess the Shaun answer to these this or that questions.
I like this twist. I think this could be a lot of fun.
Because I have shockingly bad opinions on things. So
I have to keep that in mind. I have to remind myself.
Keep that
of
in mind.
Yes. Okay.
And these aren't like super difficult, but there are some fun ones in here. You ready for our first?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Our first this or that of the night. Matt, in my opinion, hamburgers or hot dogs?
You're probably a hamburger guy, I think.
Why?
Because I've actually...
You have to defend your guesses.
All right. To be honest, Sean, I don't think I've ever seen you eat a hot dog. As far as I remember, we've had burgers before. You like hamburgers because they're hot dogs are tubed meat, and the concept of eating tubed meat baffles you. But Sean, no, there's no but. It's burger all the way. You're a burger
What
guy.
baffles me? What is baffling about tubed
You are
meat,
a burger
please?
boy through and through.
Okay. And you're locking it in. That's your final
Locking it
answer.
in. Yep.
Matt, one of these two is probably... Actually, I would say both of these are my top 10 favorite food, but there is one I like more than the other.
Let's go to the expert to find out. We have an audio clip of the... it's like... what is that?
The
Wait, don't tell
password
me.
is-
Yeah.
Yes. The password is hot dogs. I like hot dogs much more than hamburgers.
I don't think I've ever seen you eat a hot dog. This doesn't make sense to me. I'm confused
Matt,
by this answer.
Let me be crystal clear.
perplexed.
You are absolutely mistaken. I know I've eaten a hot dog in front of you. So you just, clearly that's not a memorable occasion.
Yeah.
I used to cook hot dogs when we lived together.
You cooked hot dogs?
Well, you boil hot dogs, but yes.
I don't remember. I don't remember really.
I mean, it's not like we went to like a hot dog restaurant. That
you know
wasn't
what?
a
That's
thing,
actually
but...
true. I guess a lot of the places that we frequented back in the day they were not hot dog venues, so that's probably more likely. Okay. Now here's the twist though, is couldn't you just disagree with everything that I say and claim it's your opinion?
Scouts
Shouldn't you have
honor.
this written down somewhere?
No, Scouts honor.
Okay.
And I wrote the question, so I've thought about my answers for all of these, and I want you to be right. I don't want you to be right. It bums me out that you clearly don't know me as a friend. It's hurtful. I thought you knew my love and passion for hot dogs.
Bring on question 2. I got this. That was a warm up.
That was your warm up.
Okay, Sean. Wait a second. What do you like putting on hot dogs then?
I don't go crazy with I think cheese is an underrated hot dog topping.
Like nacho cheese?
No, I usually do like a shredded
Shredded
or something
cheese
like that.
on a hot dog.
Yeah, and when the hot dog's still warm, it melts right on it. It's very good.
Okay.
Ketchup, relish. Big relish guy. Love relish. Pickle relish. And that's about it. But I've done barbecue sauce on a hot dog. Very good. You
Relish
put some of those
is pretty
crispy
good.
onion rings on it. Mm-hmm. You do like a Western hot dog. Yeah, I don't go too crazy, but I do like to try different hot dogs and like different brands and different flavors and like local hot dogs. I find hot dogs. A hot dog is my there's nothing in the house. I always have a pack of hot dogs in the freezer food, and so I'll never turn down a hot dog.
We got to get you down here to Jersey and you try Thuman's Own.
Thuman's Own, is that?
It's a Jersey brand. Yeah, it's quite good. I've been turned on to the Thuman's Own. Now, do you like a snappy dog or more of like you're a soft dog guy? I can guess you're probably a soft dog guy with saying that you boil
I prefer it. I'll do both.
Yeah.
I'll do both. But I prefer the soft, and I don't like... No, that's not true either. I like sausages, and I'll do like a more mild dog, but I'll also do a dog with a little bit of spice in it, a little kick in it. Mix it up.
All right. I like the snappy, but it's not my month, so...
I'm fine with the snappy, but if I do this, I don't like a foot-long snappy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like little snappies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the long boys I like soft. But yes, no, I'm a big hot dog guy. I'm disappointed you didn't know that, Matt.
It's recency bias because I had Wendy's for dinner, so I had hamburgers on the brain. So.
Oh, what'd you get? What's the Wendy's order?
I'm boring. I do a Dave single, and
that's great.
And I take off the no veggies for me except for onions, no lettuce, no tomato,
so no pickle.
And these days, pickles I like. Pickles are good. So really, just no lettuce, no tomato. And these days I don't do cheese, so no cheese either. Just a
how
good
are the new
old-fashioned.
fries?
The what? The fries?
The new fries. They're new.
I was wondering that. Are they new? Are they new fries?
They've had a whole marketing
totally
campaign.
Different. Okay.
Yeah, like a month ago they brought them out.
They're like peppery. They have like a peppery kick to them a little bit.
And they're supposed to be crispier than the old soft
Yes,
fry.
I can tell they probably double the oil usage. Yes, probably they're probably like twice as bad for you now. And they're way saltier. So, yeah. On all fronts, they're probably artery cloggers, but they're pretty good. I always believed in Wendy's fries, even when a lot of people didn't. I think they're quite good. I think they're better than McDonald's fries. I think they really do kind of everything better than McDonald's in general. No?
We may have to do... That should be a this or that.
That would be an intense one.
I think a Big Mac, McDonald's fry, Coke is probably the best fast food burger meal.
No, Sean, you're falling for the nostalgia factor. Have you tried that?
It's not
recently?
nostalgia. It's delicious. And look, I think a Dave's single is an incredible sandwich. And actually, I think the Whopper's not too bad either. I think Burger King fries are whack. The onion rings are good, and Wendy's fries I like. But you get the McDonald's package together, and it's just unbelievable.
I haven't had a Big Mac in quite a long time, but I remember revisiting it and not being impressed, being like quite disappointed.
It is a hit or miss. Mm-hmm. It is a hit or miss. There are places that will screw it up, which seems not possible.
No, I mean they all sit under heat lamps. I don't know how you could do that.
Yeah, maybe we just shouldn't eat at any of these places.
Have you tried Wendy's breakfast?
I have not. I'm not a fast food breakfast guy. I never have been.
I like I guess the unique thing with Wendy's is that they do like a honey biscuit or like a biscuit, chicken biscuit with honey. It's really good. It's a place you can't really get too much at other places.
I do want to try Taco Bell's breakfast.
I had it once.
I like a breakfast burrito.
Yeah, they make sense. They make sense for breakfast. And a lot of people are like, ew, Taco Bell for breakfast. But when you think about it, of all the fast food places to do breakfast, Taco Bell is the most logical. Like,
absolutely.
Why would you're relying on a burger place to do breakfast or a chicken place to do breakfast? Or option 3, you got the breakfast burrito. So I think that makes a hell of a lot more sense than I guess Subway makes sense as a breakfast place, but they don't do breakfast, right? So
they did for a little while, and then it just never caught on.
Yeah.
But I think that's more of like a late night, like they'd rather stay later than open earlier kind of place.
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
So you can have your 1 a.m. Subway. All right, Matt. Mm-hmm. Our next question. In my opinion, which is better, or which is the better large mammal, elephants or hippos?
Excuse me? The better large mammal?
Yes. Elephants or hippos?
According to Sean...
And I've been thinking about this.
What do you mean by better? Like...
Which two I think is... I think one of those two is better than the other.
Better for what purpose?
In general. Matt, I don't... It's just one is superior. Imagine I was in a room and there was one of each in front of me. Which one would I point at and say that one's better?
You're probably going to like the elephant, I think.
Okay, why?
I think you're going to like the elephant more because it has tusks, and their tusks are more valuable. You can sell them for a lot more money than the hippo.
Am I a poacher now? Be like, I know, Shaun, you're big into the ivory trade.
Yeah. you dabble with poaching large game, the most dangerous of game. So I would probably say either that or you like the elephant because they're smarter. They have more of an intelligence.
That's true.
You could have a conversation with an elephant.
Okay, so I sort of like whisper sweet nothings before I steal their ivory.
Or you can take the elephant man's bones and use that as currency.
You know he wasn't actually an elephant, right? He just had a disease.
What are we talking about again?
Okay, good. glad you're up on that.
Yes.
Matt, you are 0 for 2, buddy. Hippos are far superior than elephants.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
Why?
They're water cows. They're wonderful, Matt. Listen, first of all, they're cool as hell. All right. First of all, something that big should not be swimming in rivers. That's one thing. Okay, they're huge and they swim gracefully underwater. Number 2, have you seen how big their mouths are? Did you know that a hippo can open its jaw literally 180 degrees?
I did not know that. No. I do know hippos
giant,
are very dangerous.
and you can chuck food in them.
Hippos are like the third most dangerous animal if you meet them in the jungle or something like that.
They're a lot faster than they look.
And they are extremely fast. Yeah, and they'll charge at you. They're really real dangerous.
And this is a little naughty, but do you know how they mark their territories, the males?
They pee on it?
I learned this. No, they do a thing where they defecate while spinning their tail around and shoot it everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I do remember hearing
they literally
about that.
blast
gross.
it.
Yeah.
They're just incredible creatures, Matt.
That is gross, but that is interesting. They do sound pretty incredible, but they're not very valuable, Shaun. What kind of value can you get out of a hippo?
But I don't look at my large mammals for their value, Matt.
I
look at for the smiles they bring me.
Your elephants can carry your crops and your goods.
I'm sure a hippo would have the strength to do this.
It would, but it would kill you if you even try to go close to it. Elephants are more friendly,
but that's the thing.
And gentle.
I don't want a circus animal. You know, I don't want an animal to do tricks. I want a badass killer.
Okay.
Who is also just like a large swimming cow.
What do you think a hippo would taste like?
Not good.
Probably
not good.
Not good. No, right?
Because you know why, Matt? If they did taste good, we'd be eating them.
Yeah,
that's kind of my thing. Is like any animal when you're like, I wonder what that.
That's a good point.
Wonder what a kangaroo would taste like. Probably not good. Because if it was good,
somebody probably tried it and said, "Nah, this is.
Yep.
We're not going to stay away from that." I famously have always wondered what a manatee would taste like.
Again, those fatty water animals. I can't imagine have much like muscular, tasty. Now, an elephant maybe. I would bet an elephant would taste better than a hippo.
I disagree. I don't think an elephant would taste very good at all. I think both of them would taste really blubbery and gross.
But I think elephants are more muscle than fat.
Yeah,
the things that live in the water need the fat to be warm
and stringy.
Well, what are cows? The right mixture of fat and muscle?
Well, I feel like we've kind of bred cows to be, especially beef cows, to taste a certain way. And
why aren't we breeding hippos to be tastier?
Because they're extremely dangerous and much more dangerous than cows are, and less docile. They would get pissed off and run right through the fences.
Let's domesticate hippos.
They're actually. I remember reading about a movement to try to domesticate. I think it was to try to domesticate elephants in the United States.
That doesn't make any sense. That's crazy.
Or it might have been hippos.
That makes even less sense.
No, that's not it. It might have been hippos, maybe. There was some...
I do know there was some lady...
Fact. Yes. The crazy, ingenious plan to bring hippopotamus ranching to America. Yep, this is the article I read. It was from Wired.com.
Not in my neighborhood.
Back in 2013. Yeah, let me send this to the Slack chat. Those of you at home, look up hippopotamus ranching from Wired.com. There was this plan, and Congress was going to back it. Just wild.
Hippos imported from Africa and raised in the bayous of Louisiana would provide a delicious new source of protein for a meat-hungry nation. In the process, the animals would gobble up the invasive water plant that was killing fish and choking off waterways. It would be an epic win-win. They extolled the culinary virtues of lake cow bacon. They called them lake cows.
Yes.
That's wild.
That's the plan. How about that? Wired. Wired is some good stuff. You go on Wired a lot?
I do not.
I think I just added it to my bookmarks, but I called it Word. I missed the letter. Wired. Okay.
Pretty close.
Yeah, I'll be going on there now. So, all right. I'm 0 for 2. This is not going well. Not going well.
No. Let me try and give you another one here. Let's see if this is easier. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
In my opinion, bottled water or water bottle, and by that I mean, I just thought that sounded cool. Water that comes in a disposable bottle or a reusable water bottle.
Shaun, you are, if nothing, a sound environmentalist. But you're also a man who appreciates convenience.
That sums me up.
The question is, which of the two reigns supreme? I've never seen you drink out of a renewable water bottle. Ever.
But you also thought you never saw me eat a hot dog, so
I can't recall
your memory
a time
may
you've
not
eaten
be
a hot dog
super.
either. It's a tough call, but I think I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna go with the renewable water bottle, the reusable.
Okay. Why is that?
Because while I've never seen you drink out of one, I think the idea of recycling appalls you and exhausts you. You're a busy man. You have a lot to do, and you would feel bad if you threw a plastic water bottle into the trash. You would probably try to recycle them, but you also realize that you don't have a lot of time in your day to recycle and properly and efficiently. So you just think the reusable water bottle is more efficient.
Matt, you were so close. Because I am a busy man who doesn't have time to refill a reusable water bottle when he can just grab a disposable one.
Shaun, the environment.
Come on, man. 0 for 3, dude. First of all, I should state I don't really ever drink water. So that's number one.
Oh,
right?
I didn't even think about that. That was like option 3. I don't think I've ever seen you drink waters.
No, not at all. If it doesn't have caffeine or alcohol in it, I probably don't drink it. The thing I would say, Matt, is I actually do care about the environment, and I wish there was a better way to, paper boxed water that's recyclable is so much of a better idea, or even like aluminum canned water that can be recycled is a better idea than the plastic.
I think aluminum water would be sick. Drinking out of an aluminum
they do make
can,
it.
That would be cool.
They do make it, just not that common. The problem I have with a reusable water bottle is they're a pain. They're heavy. You do have to keep refilling them. They're difficult to clean.
They are difficult to clean. I'll give you that.
Many of them don't make the water taste particularly good.
We should design a water bottle that's easy to clean. Like it turns inside out or something, and you wash it.
I have to imagine we're not the first people to ask, but you never know, because clearly no one else has done a good job at it. And overall, what drives me crazy is, like, I don't drink I guess if I drank water, like, all throughout the entire day, reusable would make sense. But for someone who just occasionally drinks water, I see people lugging around these big-ass metal water bottles, and I'm like, I would never do that. So I'm for recyclable, reusable water, but I want to be able to grab it and dispose of it.
Yeah, the metal water bottles, they drive me crazy because people will drop them. They make such a loud noise when they hit the floor, and they're dropping them all the time, and they're just very noisy. They're very noisy, very disruptive. I go for the hard plastic. I have a hard plastic water bottle that is pretty good. But I'm with you with the cleaning aspect of it. It's a hard thing to clean and to keep on top of, and it can get pretty gross, pretty grody, pretty fast if you don't keep on top of cleanliness. But wow, so 0 for 3. So this is bad. This is strike 3 right here.
This is very embarrassing.
Yeah, this is not a good showing. I should have studied up on the
Yeah, you clearly didn't read my Wikipedia page before we got on here.
There's a section. It's like Sean's feelings about large mammals.
Large mammals, hot dogs,
but does not
and
support
water
the
bottles.
elephant.
That's right. He likes his meat tubed. All right, Matt. How about this one? I think you can get this. Okay.
All right.
In my opinion, iced coffee or hot coffee. Now, we were talking about this. We were talking about Dunkin' before we came on and started recording a little bit. We're talking about some of their flavors, their winter flavors. I'm a big coffee enthusiast. I drink it in both forms. But the question is, if I was sitting here and you said you want it hot or iced, which would I be more likely to choose?
This one should be pretty easy. I think it should be a slam dunk. I'm going with the iced. You're an iced guy. Iced coffee.
Okay. And why is that?
Well, this also could be a little biased because a large portion of the time that we lived together was over the summer. So you would pretty much exclusively be having iced coffee. But I do think I'm trying to run the numbers in my head, and the ratio of iced to hot coffee you've consumed, I far more associate you with iced coffee in your hand than with warm coffee. So I'm going iced.
Matt, you poor. Are you confusing me with somebody else? I'm really getting worried that you have a friend called Shane who you just think we're like, Shane always... I'm not Shane.
But Shane always drinks ice. And he cares about the environment.
I want to meet this guy. He sounds cool. He likes hamburgers and elephants. Matt, I got to be honest with you. I much prefer hot coffee. I do drink iced, but I will drink hot in the summer. I will not drink iced in the winter. And probably 70% of the time, I will choose hot over iced, if not more. I do drink iced, but it's usually as like a secondary coffee or an extra treat. My first coffee of the day is always hot, and it tends to be hot more often. Iced coffee for me, one of the appeals for me of coffee is the fact that it's hot. Like the temperature, like I won't drink even lightly warm coffee. Like my coffee really does have to be hot. I like the temperature aspect of it, especially because most of the time I drink it in an air-conditioned office. And like I said, iced coffee's fine, but no, I'm probably a hot coffee guy.
Wow.
I've always been hot. That's not even a recent thing, though. I've always been a mostly hot coffee guy.
See, and now I'm trying to picture it in my head, but I don't think I've ever seen you drink hot coffee, Sean. I think I've only seen you drink.
We had a Keurig in the house we shared.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
All the time.
The Keurig, but Keurig is I mean that you can't. There's no such thing as an iced coffee machine. So maybe you just had the Keurig to make the coffee, and then you were going to ice it later on. I just remember you exclusively drinking. Maybe I'm thinking of Colby. Maybe Colby was the. Maybe he was. He seems more like an iced coffee guy.
He did drink iced coffee, yeah, but
okay.
I don't know if it was like
he
that
might be
much.
Okay. Maybe all of these answers would fit with Colby. Okay.
Yeah, you're definitely thinking of Colby.
Anyway,
this
no. I need a redemption here. So I'm 0 for 4. This is really this.
I knew it might be a mixed bag.
The series would be over right now if this was the World Series. It would be a clean sweep.
Oh my god, I'm just absolutely shocked. All right, this next one has to be a slam dunk.
Mm-hmm.
This is a layup, okay? In my opinion, in the shower, liquid soap or bar soap?
Okay. The answer should be, for you,
dunk it right in the basket.
It's too obvious.
The lane is clear. You're running from half court. You're going to stick out your arm and you're going to slam it.
It's too obvious. I'm going bar soap. You're a bar soap guy because it's too
Okay,
obvious.
why?
Because you should be a liquid soap guy, and I've gotten everything wrong so far. So I'm picking the opposite of what I would say, which is liquid soap. So you're bar soap.
Well, I can't give you credit for that.
Oh my God, did I get it right? Are you kidding me? You're bar soap? Shaun, you're not a bar soap guy. You're a liquid soap guy all the way. But I'm saying bar soap because I'm going to get it wrong again.
Once again, Matt, we shared a shower.
This makes no sense.
I've always been a bar soap
You never had
guy.
bar soap, ever.
Matt, I've never had liquid soap.
No, you.
And I would know, it's my life.
You use the 3-in-1. No, actually, that was me.
That was you.
That was me.
And that was like 8-in-1.
I still do sometimes. It's convenient, and sometimes you go to the store and they don't have the shampoo you want, so they just get it, put it all.
Dump
over.
it all over your. I think it
All
also
the same
cleans the
thing.
tile too.
Shampoo, conditioner, and body soap. Shaun, I don't remember
Matt,
ever seeing a bar of soap anywhere in that shower. There's no way.
You gotta check your glasses, man, because I've been a bar soap guy since I was a child, since I was a baby.
Why?
Still am. I got bar soap in my shower right now.
Okay, I'm giving myself the point for that because I locked it in with bar soap. The logic made no sense, but I still scored somehow.
It's my month. I really don't think you should get the point. I guess you can have it, but you were pretty blatant of like, I definitely don't think this is it.
No, I was because I started out on the path to liquid soap, and I was like, wait, it's going to be wrong. It's going to be bar soap because
but why
I'm
do you
so
think
sure
I'm a liquid
that
soap
liquid
guy?
is right. Because you're a liquid
Why?
soap guy. You just don't know it yet.
Well, why though? I've tried liquid soap.
Because bar soap is gross. It's like you put the bar, you wash yourself with it, and then you put it down, and then you go back and you wash yourself with it again. The same bar that you just rubbed all over your dirty self before?
No. You don't rub listen, if you've got bar soap and you're rubbing it all over your body, you're doing it wrong. That's a rookie move, okay?
I've never used bar soap, so I'm
use
a
the
liquid
bar
soap 100%.
You lather your hands with the bar, and then you use your hands. You don't spread, so it's only your hands that are making contact with the bar.
But your hands are still dirty.
Well, but that's what the initial soap is doing. It's getting the...
taking the dirt from your hands and putting
hand.
it on the soap, which you are now rubbing all over yourself.
What are you doing with liquid soap, Matt? You're pouring it on your hands and rubbing it all over yourself.
From a bottle. You're not actually touching the soap. The soap is going directly onto your skin.
No, it's going on your hands and then onto your skin.
Or onto I use a washcloth, or a loofah.
Well, do you wash that between showers?
Yes. I put it in the washing
You never
machine.
reuse one.
No. The idea of that is gross to me. I never reuse a washcloth. No. That goes right in the
oh my God,
directly into
so
the
much
washing
laundry.
machine right after I've used it. Or at least in the hamper.
No, with soap you get a really nice lather going and you cover the skin. The problem with the liquid soap is you use much more of it. It's less economical.
But it's not that expensive. It's like $3 or $4. Especially you buy the 3-in-1. The 3-in-1 you buy.
Well, that's gotta cost
buy
a
packs
fortune.
of it.
But a bar of soap is like 70 cents.
The bar of soap is only 70 cents?
I made that up, but it kind of is. I mean, it's really cheap.
What brand soap do you like? Do you have a brand? Are you a brand guy?
I'm glad you asked. You got to get the Dove Beauty Bar, right? The classic Dove. It's 50% moisturizer, 50% soap. Gets my skin unbelievably soft, and you've got to get it in the cucumber and green tea scent.
That actually sounds pretty nice. So I was in a bit of a conundrum yesterday when I was shopping for soap, and they did not have my favorite soap. I like to use the Axe brand After Hours, or it's not Axe. It's Old Spice. Old Spice After Hours. Didn't have it. Then I was looking for Old Spice Dark. They also didn't have that. It's like my second go-to. So, went down the list. Old Spice Fiji. Couldn't find it anywhere. So then I just ended up getting a 3-in-1, and yeah. But had I known, Shaun, about the Dove Ivory, is that what it's called? Is this ivory that you use from the tusks of the elephants that you poach?
No, it's just classic Dove, because I care about my skin. And Matt,
nice.
I will send you some soap, and you can try it for yourself. How about that?
Okay, I'll see. Maybe you could turn me into a soap bar of soap convert. But as of right now, I don't know.
I love bar soap so much, and this is true. I used to travel, when I would travel, with a small thing of liquid soap. And I hated it so much that now I found you can actually buy tiny bars of Dove soap. So I travel with little bars of soap, which I'm surprised the airline hasn't accused me of being some kind of explosive. But
that's true. You could be the guy from Fight Club, right? Didn't he turn soap into bombs? That was his thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it just does look like a block of explosives, but it's not. It's soap, and I use it when I'm on the road.
Well, I'm glad I got that one right because I don't know.
Half point.
This is tough. This is one of the toughest tests I've ever taken.
Here we go, Matt. Again, should just be a slam goddamn dunk on this one, okay? In my opinion, which is better, candy corn or regular corn?
Regular.
Easy.
I think we've had it out over this before. I think you're a candy corn guy, and the idea of candy corn is you don't really, or maybe it's one of those things that we agreed on, but the show is called Up for Debate. No, you are a candy corn guy. You are. You like it. We've definitely talked about this on the show before. You like candy corn. You eat it. You put it out. It's candy corn. No, wait, no. You're not. You're not a candy corn guy. You're not, because we've talked about it. And you, in a previous Halloween episode, you said that you discard the candy corn immediately. You just put it out for like guests or something. So you like regular corn more. But I don't.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know if I've ever seen you eat regular corn. I don't know if you've ever eaten it.
Any food you haven't seen me eat, I don't like.
You know what? If you like hot dogs, there's a pretty good chance that you also like regular corn. They go very well together. I'm going to say you're a regular corn guy. You hate candy corn because it's garbage.
Final answer.
Or maybe that was
locking
Colin.
it in.
Maybe Colin's the one that likes candy corn. I'm going to lock it in. Fine, sure, go for it. You hate
regular
candy corn.
Matt, you goddamn fool!
No! You are
you
a
absolute clown. Well, let me put this one way. I don't love candy corn. I like candy corn, but I really don't like regular corn.
Okay, so
I will not eat corn on the cob. I never choose. I think corn is overrated. I don't think it's particularly good.
I was going to say I'll back myself up on that. I've never seen you eat regular corn.
And you probably never will. Matt, literally any day of the year, if you put a bowl of candy corn and a beautifully cooked corn on the cob in front of me, I would take the candy corn every time. And I don't even like candy corn that much. I just don't like corn.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I thought it was a this or that when it was really like this nor that.
Right. No, but I do like. I have candy corn in my house from Halloween. I do like candy corn.
But I think in a previous episode, I remember you saying that you just throw it away immediately because you don't.
Nope.
I think we mutually agreed on that.
That was not me.
Candy corn is gross.
That was 100% not me.
It's a waste of calories.
I like candy corn.
It's just corn
again,
syrup.
Would I call it like the best Halloween candy? Not even close. But I think it's good. I do enjoy it. I will eat it.
It's just corn syrup and sugar. But then again, that defines pretty much everything that everyone eats. Yeah.
This episode may end our friendship, Matt.
Yeah, this is
I'm kind of getting upset.
I think I may have built like in that movie, The Social Network, The Social Dilemma. Have you seen that movie? Yeah. I think I've built an entire profile of Sean Jennings in my head that is not accurate.
Our whole life's a lie.
This is I thought you were like an elephant poacher, and you detested candy corn, and
thought I was a Hamburglar who liked iced coffee
and was into saving the environment.
None of those things are true. Let's see, how many do I have left on this list? Do you want me to keep dunking on you, or should you want another one?
Absolutely. Keep it coming.
A chance on redemption. Okay, Matt, in my opinion, which is the better way to hold pieces of paper together? Paper clips or stapler?
You're probably a stapler. I'm going to go stapler.
And why is that?
Paper clips are like an extra step for you. You think that the stapler is just more efficient. It cuts to the chase. It just is like a quick, and then it's done. You don't have to worry about. You don't have to fuss. You don't like fussing with things like iced coffee.
Have the difficulty of iced coffee.
You go right to the chase.
Why is my coffee
right
melting?
To the chase. Hot coffee and a fresh stapler.
Matt, I consider paper clips versus stapler the same as pen versus pencil. And the difference for me is I like it permanent. It is stapler. You're right.
Wow.
Paper clips to me are ineffective. They fall off. You can't hold a lot of paper with them, or they bend. They are a lazy man's way. I like the permanentness of a stapler, making sure those pages 100% do not come apart. In the same way I like pens, where if I make a mistake, I'll just scribble it out. I don't need to erase it.
I'm with you on that. Now, I like. How do you feel about those clip ones, like the ones that are like chip clips?
Oh, the binder clips.
Binder clips. Yeah.
Definitely better than paper clips. I'm much more likely to use those than a paper clip.
They're much more secure. They hold a lot more papers together. Love a good binder clip, of course. Yeah. So to me, I feel like they do different jobs, right? Like the paper clips they only hold things together that are meant to come apart, and stapler is like,
right.
This is meant to be read as a packet or like a long form.
But honestly, with a paperclip, I'm like, then why even use one? You know what I mean? If the papers are only meant to kind of hang out for a little bit, like just then put them together.
Because
you know what I mean? I
think, to me, you're worried about dropping them and then they get scattered everywhere.
I don't know. It might be like a collation, like you're stacking multiple separate things together and you want to kind of separate the groups. But I use staples way more than I use.
Have you ever seen those giant gold paper clips? They're like really big. They're like oversized paper clips.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
They'll hold like a whole bunch of papers together because they're giant. So it looks just like a paper clip, but it's big and gold. It's like a brass color. Yeah. Trumpets.
Yeah.
I think the French call them trombones or something. French word for paperclip is trombone. Look it up.
That's wacky. Mm-hmm. That doesn't see something about that doesn't seem right.
I mean, it does kind of look like a trombone when you think about it.
But I didn't know trombone was a French word.
And it means paperclip. Or does paperclip?
I guess I had never.
Trombone mean paperclip?
I was going to say, did they design the trombone to look like a musical paperclip?
Yeah, which one came first? Write to us.
Yes, if you're French and know a lot about office supplies, musical instruments, we want to hear from you. Matt, I'm out of this or that.
You're out, but I was ready to make an incredible comeback.
Are there any questions you would like to ask?
Shaun, are you a plain mayo or spicy mayo guy?
I don't eat anything with the word spicy in it.
You eat spice, but hot dogs are spiced meat technically.
But they're not spicy.
They can be, but usually they're red hot.
They can be, and I don't go too spicy. I keep it pretty mild. Now I will say mayo is for me a low to mid condiment. Like I don't dislike it. I just think there are much better condiments than mayo.
Trombone or clarinet?
Oh, trombone, always. Always, absolutely.
And why is
Trombone
that?
is like a top 3 instrument for me. Because I just think
Top
it's
3.
cool. It's cool looking. It's very visual. It's got great movement to it. And I like the sound it makes.
And ska, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Lot
but the saxophone is probably my number 1 wind instrument. I think the saxophone is cool. If I could play any instrument, it would be probably the saxophone.
Saxophone's pretty cool. It's a cool instrument. Tuba or bassoon?
They would say like tuba or scuba. No.
Actually, no, that's better.
Bassoon?
Tuba or scuba?
Tuba?
I'm
or
changing
scuba.
it now. Yeah.
Because that's when I came up with so many bad this or that's we didn't use.
Mm-hmm.
But I would be like, cake frosting or frosted cake, and I'm like, that's not anything. And I would like go through all these stupid ideas. Tuba or scuba?
Tuba or scuba?
Probably scuba, but not by much. I don't think I could physically hold up a tuba. I don't think I'm strong enough. I think I would fall over.
So scuba, okay.
Scuba.
Cliff diving or skydiving?
Oh, cliff diving. You couldn't pay me. My list of like extreme sports I'm willing to do is anything with like bungee jump I would do. Or even like, when you jump off a skyscraper and then you like even that I would do, but like getting up in a plane, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. No way.
Okay, that's fair. Let's see. I swear
Can I ask you a question?
Pumpkin soup or pumpkin pie?
Neither. I don't like pumpkin.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. What's your question?
It's not a this or that question, but I wanted to ask you, Matt, not this weekend, but next weekend, I'm going to be in your state.
Really?
Because my father got tickets, and we're going to go to the Prudential Center to watch your New Jersey Devils take on my Boston Bruins.
Wow.
But the thing is, I don't know
that?
anything about the New Jersey Devils.
You don't?
I don't know any of the players. I don't even know if they're good.
I think most people would say that they're adequate this year. I think they're not amazing, but they've been playing some tough teams lately. But they've also been surprising. The thing is that they're missing their best player right now. Jack Hughes, he was injured in one of the earlier games. He's been out for a couple weeks. Separated shoulder.
Let me ask you this question. If I told you there was an athlete named Jack Hughes,
yes,
what sport do you think that athlete would play? I would not say hockey.
I would probably say tennis. I would say he was a tennis player.
I was going to say golf.
Golf, yeah. Golf or tennis. Yeah, he sounds like a solo
maybe
sport
soccer.
Player.
Yeah.
Jack Hughes sunk a 85-yard putt. Yeah, it would be something like that.
Now, if you had said it was like, oh, their best player is Dimitrov Razbanovich, I'd say, yeah, that might be a hockey,
Probably
like a basketball player or a hockey player.
Curling, but probably hockey, yeah. Or chess. He might be a competitive chess champion, yeah.
Absolutely.
So
just making like wide, generic opinions.
Now, why? My question is why you live closer to Boston, so why are you going all the way to the Prudential Center to watch the Jersey Devils?
So my dad is a very nice man. My dad is also a thrifty man. So I've gone to, believe it or not, I've never been to Foxborough to see the Patriots, but I have seen the Patriots at MetLife Stadium. I could see them in Boston, but instead we're going to New Jersey because the tickets are cheaper there because the Devils aren't as good.
Okay.
And so
I would think that all the mileage on, but I guess because you're Western Mass. So,
and I'm southern Western Mass. I'm like right near the Connecticut border, so it's like 2.5, 3 hours to the Prudential Center.
Yeah, so that and it would
to
be
get
like
to Boston
2 hours to Boston, or an hour and a half.
Once you, because the issue with Boston is you can't like easily drive right to the garden. Like, you got to drive through the city to get there. And so, yeah, it's probably 2 hours.
That
it's
is
not, like,
true.
Crazy far.
It's on that. Is that the Back Bay where it is? I was just in Boston this summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
and the garden's nice. I've seen the Bruins there, but
cool. So
you're
going to be at that game at Bruins Devils.
That's right.
Now,
That's right.
I will say that there are some very nice places to eat around the stadium. Many people...
Nice.
Newark is low-key a very good food city. Especially if you enjoy Portuguese or Spanish fare. There's also some pretty good Italian food places.
Okay.
Good tapas. There's good Greek places. There really you kind of have your pick. If you
what about hot dogs?
The finest hot dogs. Try to get a Thuman's hot dog. Yes.
Oh, I will. Do they have them at the stadium?
They probably do. That's New Jersey's, that is their brand hot
signature dog.
You can only get it
like
here
the Fenway
in the Garden
Frank.
State. And that's what I would try to recommend. Did I tell you? I told you about my food experience over at the famous Bridgewater Commons.
Oh my God! Absolutely.
Yes.
Dinner and a show.
First time back in a movie theater. Since the pandemic began, essentially, went to go see the new Bond, and got chicken bacon mac is literally what it said on the menu. Chicken bacon mac, and wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. The answer is it turned out lukewarm to cold, mostly cold. It didn't taste like frozen, like it had just come out of a package and they handed it to me. It tasted like they heated it up, but they heated it up and then let it sit on a counter for too long because it got cold again. The chicken was it was basically a chicken tender that was just crumbled up by hand and tossed on like a college student put it together, and the bacon was more or less not discernible. So it was not great. I did not eat the whole thing. I left it mostly untouched, and it cost me $15. So
was this an AMC? What was...
It was an AMC that is recently started serving food.
I bet I'm totally guessing here. I'm guessing they don't have a real full kitchen. They have a bunch of microwaves and a hot plate.
I was going to say a break room with a bunch of frozen food in the freezer, probably. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
But that's what's... I never understood... Because if you're in a standalone location, it's one thing. But if you're in a mall, I'm assuming there are restaurants in this mall, right?
Oh, yeah. Only the finest. There's an Uncle Julio's. There is just typical mall stuff, really. There's one of those kitschy Italian places like Abatino's that's a chain, but like Carrabba's. I don't think they have a Carrabba's, but it's like Carrabba's.
They have a goddamn cheesecake factory.
There is. I was going to say the Bridgewater Commons is a pretty upscale.
It's a good mall.
Upscale to do mall, where I can get some good lobster mac and cheese if I so choose.
And what makes no sense to me is that you would think one of these movie theaters would be you can order from any one of the restaurants in the mall, and we'll bring it to your chair. You know what I mean? Why would AMC want to cook food? They
do bring them. They do bring the. I guess that's part of the experience, but they also don't heat it well.
But wouldn't it make more sense if they're hey, moviegoer, here's the Cheesecake Factory menu. Order what you want, and we'll just bring it over from the Cheesecake Factory.
That would make way more sense, and they could partner with the businesses. But I guess then they wouldn't be getting the money. The Cheesecake Factory would be getting the money.
Well, but they add a $20 or 20% delivery fee on top, and then they save the money of having to run a kitchen with cooking staff.
And I would be more likely to get food from them again. As of right now, I think I would just eat before or after the movie.
Yep.
It's not worth it to me to eat during the movie because the food's not great. Yeah, but I miss the Alamo. We used to have an Alamo where we lived in Virginia, and
yeah,
I miss the heck out of that Alamo. They just had amazing men. They would just spoil you. Every kind of food, snack, beverage, whatever. It was just so good.
I've always wanted to try a dine-in theater, but it intimidates me because I'm afraid I'm gonna not know what to do and screw it up. Like I'll hit the wrong button, or they'll forget me, or I'll shout over, "You forgot the napkins," or some dumb shit. Like I'm gonna spill spaghetti all over myself because it's during a movie.
It's dark, yeah. But if I can handle it, I think you can handle it. I've thought about those things too, because I've worried about making a fool out of myself. But you know what? Then you remember it because it's all dark, and because no one is paying attention to you. You could spill shit all over you, and it wouldn't matter.
You just sneak out.
No one would see you, and then you bring a big coat. And you just sneak out.
Yeah, people definitely won't think you're a pervert.
Nope.
Now, what was I going to... Oh, now, did you have any alcohol?
No. I just had my chicken bacon mac and a soda, I think. Big soda, though. I will say, big soda. A lot of soda. Which is bad during a movie. Not good to have during a movie.
You're going to have those bathroom breaks.
Yeah, which I was fine. I don't remember... And it was a long movie, too. The new Bond is a long movie. It's about almost 3 hours, and it feels like going on 4 or 5. It's a long movie. In certain parts, it really kind of drags. But, no, I was fine. But, yeah, they did serve beer. There was a full bar in the AMC. I don't know. It was all very interesting. It was interesting to be back in a theater post COVID.
Yeah, I think it's good. More power to you. You gotta. As soon as I get around to watching the new Bond movie when it becomes available, we'll talk about it on the show. We gotta catch up.
Definitely looking forward to that. Maybe I'll rewatch it. I was saying in the pre-show, it was kind of nice not having to prepare, but it was also kind of like a void. I used with our recent Fast and Furious series wrapped up. I was used to setting aside time to watch a movie every week, basically, and now I'm finding that I'm going to have to. Basically going to have to start picking more movies now. And now I choose the movies. Did you watch any movies on Halloween? We haven't had a show since then.
No, you know me. I'm not a big movie guy, so I don't think I've really seen anything new since the last time we did the show. Because I won't watch. Because we've watched scary movies for the show before in past years. I won't do it unless you make me. So it's not the kind of thing I kind of go out of my way to do.
If you don't like scary, something I did this past Halloween. I rewatched the movie Shaun of the Dead, which is a movie I don't think I had seen since maybe high school. Came out in 2005. It holds up really well. It's a comedy from Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, and Edgar Wright is the director. It was good. It was an enjoyable one. It's on Amazon, so I think it's like $3 to rent. But it was worth it. That was a good Halloween movie. And then we also watched Cubies Halloween, which has become a Halloween favorite for us. That was Adam Sandler. That one's another surprising hit from Sandler. It's one that I think he's really gotten some flack for a lot of his recent movies, but I think even more recently he's had a little bit of a renaissance with Uncut Gems, and there's another movie called I don't remember the name of it. He's with Jennifer Aniston, and he's on a boat, and they're like detectives. It's like a detective movie.
Yes.
And that one kind of came and went. It was a Netflix original, I think, and it was good. I really liked it. He has done a lot of them. But this Hughes Halloween, if you're a fan, it harkens back to like a lot of the jokes are really for people who follow early Sandler movies. He makes a lot of like Billy Madison references and Happy Gilmore references. I think most of the actors and actresses from those movies are back in some capacity, and that helps the movie too. Ray Liotta is in it for some reason.
It's great, Ray Liotta.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It was. I recommended that one. Definitely big Halloween movie. I would watch it every year. Probably will.
Nice.
Yeah, we've got to talk about the new Bond. I can't wait. I can't wait till we have that conversation.
It's going to be great, but we got to get through Shaun-vember first.
Shaun-vember, can you tell the folks what we're expecting in the weeks to come? I guess you kind of have already touched on that. Cracker Jack.
Next week
we got to workshop that name a little bit.
Cracker Whack.
Cracker Whack.
What does cracker rhyme with?
Snacker. Cracker snacker.
Cracker. Okay, let's see. It rhymes with knacker.
Did you look up what it rhymes with?
Yes. There's a website where you can do that. Hijacker.
Cracker hijacker.
Linebacker. Firecracker. Smacker tracker. Not a lot. Backer. Blacker. Sacker.
Cracker packer.
Cracker stacker. Huh.
Cracker tracker.
Now there's a bunch of near rhymes. Scatter, mapper, bladder,
those don't
bagger,
rhyme.
dagger. No, they're near rhymes.
I don't like
Swagger.
near. I think it's cheating. I don't think there's no such thing as a near rhyme. It rhymes or it doesn't, Sean.
All right, let me go to my to one of my favorite, the Punopedia, and see if there are any cracker puns. No, they don't do cracker puns. That's disappointing. Well, I'm going to have to work on this, Matt. But we're going to come back next week with some very funny names for our great Cracker Taste-Off with Colby and Dan. It's going to be a nice time, and folks are going to want to come back. Of course, you should subscribe to the show. Just look for Up for Debate wherever you get podcasts, and make sure you check us out on YouTube as well. Get the nice, crisp video of our beautiful faces. Of course, you can also get in touch with us at Up for Debate TV on Twitter or email us upfordebatetv@gmail.com, which is a great time as well. We want to hear from you. Maybe tell us your favorite kind of cracker.
Become a premium member, and Sean will send you a box of crackers in the mail.
Look, if you join at our $50 a month tier, I will send you one box of crackers.
And if
absolutely willing to do that.
If you up your subscription to 100, we'll let you name the episode about crackers. You come up with your own cracker pun.
And if you give us $500 a month, you can mail us a cracker and we'll eat it.
No matter where it came from.
That's right. You don't even have to explain it.
This is dangerous.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. Yeah, it's gonna be good. The good news is, Pat, I learned that crackers are much cheaper than cookies. I saved a lot of money. Crackers are very cheap.
They are, and you get more of them in each box.
Yeah. Oh no, you guys! I don't know what all you guys are going to do with all your leftover crackers. I'm glad you got the hummus.
I have so much hummus.
You're going to need it.
I have so much. Not only do I have a lot of I have garlic hummus, but I also bought chocolate hummus. I've got so much. I also have honey.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll eat these crackers up.
It's going to be a good time. So, folks, come on back then as we continue through Shaun-vember. But until then, thanks for being here. I'm Sean. He's Matt. We appreciate it always. We'll see you next time for another great episode of Up for Debate.